Welcome once again to my channel, AutoCAD Tutorials. So in this video, I will show you how to convert 2D drawings into 3D solids. And here on the screen, I have the drawing of a plate cam, both in 2D and also in 3D. So I'm going to reproduce these two drawings, starting first with the 2D, and also using the dimensions right here. Then afterwards, show you two different methods you can use to convert the 2D drawing into a 3D solid. So if you are a beginner in AutoCAD, please subscribe and watch this tutorial to the end, because there is a lot for you to learn from this. So without wasting much time, let's now get started. So I'll delete this. Okay, now switch the view to top. Come to the view panel, click and choose top. And also switch the workspace to 3D modeling. Click here and choose 3D modeling. Okay, so I'll now start the drawing side by side with this. By first drawing a circle of diameter 60, which is this portion. So come to draw panel, click on the arrow beside the circle command and choose center diameter. Then draw a circle of diameter 60. Okay. So next I'm going to draw two circles, each of diameter 15, that is this and this, and also the distance between the center of each of them to this quadrant point is 40. So what I'll do here first is to draw a line. So come to the draw panel, click on the line command. Now click at the quadrant point of this circle and draw a vertical line of 40. Okay. Now draw a circle of diameter 15 at this point. So click on the circle command, choose center diameter, click at this point and draw a circle of diameter 15. Okay. So draw yet another line, click on the line command. From this point again, draw a vertical line downwards of length 40. Enter. Then draw a circle again of diameter 15. So click on the circle command again. Now at this point, draw a circle of diameter 15. Okay. Right, so you can see that this line and this circle here is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees. So what I'll do next now is to highlight this line and the circle and rotate it to an angle of 30 degrees. So come over here, highlight this, right click and choose rotate. Now click at the quadrant point of this circle here. You can see here that the arrow is pointing anti-clockwise. So enter 30 degrees. That's the angle. So this circle has now been positioned. Now come down here again. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So I will highlight this circle and the line and also rotate to an angle of 60 degrees, which is this. But this time, I'm going to make it minus 60 degrees because here the angle is going to be rotated clockwise. So highlight this circle and the line, right click, click on rotate, then with here at the point of rotation, here enter minus 60 degrees. Minus 60 degrees. Okay, so I can now delete these lines. Alright, so I will draw another circle of diameter 40 with the center of this circle as the center point. So come over again to draw panel, click here and choose center diameter and locate the center of this circle and draw a circle of 40 diameter. Okay. So here again, I'm going to create this curve here. I can see that the radius here is 10. So again, I'm going to use the circle command, but this time use a different tool. I'm going to click on Turn Radius. So click on the Turn Radius. Now locate the tangent point on this circle. This is the far tangent. Click on it. Locate the far tangent. Then enter the radius, which is 10. Okay. So come over here, click on the trim command and trim out this. And exit. Okay. So again, I'll have to create this curve here. I'll also use the circle command to do that. So again, come to the drop panel and click also on this arrow and choose Turn Radius. Again, locate the tangent point on this circle, the far tangent. Also come down here, locate at the lower portion, click on the third tangent. Now enter a radius of 60. Okay. So now click on the trim command and trim out this again and exit. Okay, so these outer curves have now been formed. So let's now come in and create this. So with the same method, I'm going to create this one as well. So come over again to the drop panel, click here and also choose Turn Radius. Now locate the tangent point on this circle. That's the far tangent. Also locate the same portion here, the far tangent, and enter a radius of 55. Enter 55 as radius. Okay. Again, click on the trim command. Trim from this point. Also trim from this point. Enter. Now delete this. Delete this. Okay. So again, I'm going to create this curve. And you can see that this diameter remains 15. So come to the Modify panel and click on Offset. Then enter 15 as offset. Now offset this to the right and enter, exit. Okay. Now let's draw this circle of 15 diameter at this point. So click again on the circle command. This time choose center diameter. Locate the center of this bigger circle and enter 15. Alright, so now complete this drawing by trimming them off. So come to the Modify panel, click on the Trim command. Now trim out this portion. 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 Enter, then remove this. Okay. So now use the Join command to join them all up. Come to the Modify panel, click and choose Join, and highlight the whole of this, and enter. So you can see that I now have one polyline here. Also here I have a polyline. So the 2D part of this drawing is completed. Next, I'm going to convert this now to a 3D solid. And I'll show you two methods with which you can do that. So let's now switch the view to isometric view. So come to the View panel, click here and choose Southeast Isometric. Okay. So I'm going to show you two methods you can use to convert this 2D now to a 3D solid. First is to use the Extrude command. So come to the Model panel and click on Extrude. Now highlight all the geometry here, enter. So enter 10 as the height. Okay, so come to the Solid Editing panel, click on Solid Subtract. Now click on this, enter. Then subtract this. Also subtract this. Okay, you can see that these two portions have not been opened up. So this is the first method, using the Extrude command. So let's return back to the 2D. So the next is to use the Presspull command. So come again to the modeling panel and click on Presspull. This time click right inside this geometry, click, then pull up and enter 10 as the height. So you can see that we achieve the same result using these two different methods. So here are the drawings now completed. So thank you for watching, and please do subscribe for more of my tutorials.